Gary Oldman and Lily James star in a political prequel to Dunkirk. The Darkest Hour, directed by Joe Wright, starring Gary Oldman, Ben Mendelsohn, Lily James, Kristen Scott Thomas, and Ronald Pickup. This movie is about Winston Churchill. It is about how Winston Churchill became Prime Minister during World War II. It is about his relationship with the people. It is about how he gets Britain revved up to go into World War II against the Nazis. It is about Winston Churchill's relationship with his wife as well. And let's talk about this movie. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to see this movie is because when I saw the trailer, I was impressed by the makeup. Because Gary Oldman looked like Winston Churchill. They really did a good job transforming Gary Oldman into Winston Churchill with the makeup. The makeup looks so good in this movie. I think this movie is going to get the Oscar for Best Makeup because that's how good Gary Oldman looks as Winston Churchill. I don't see Gary Oldman in this movie. I see Winston Churchill, and he was that good in the film. And the performance was excellent too. He acts like Winston Churchill. What you would think he would act like, that's how he acts like, and he does an amazing job as this character. Now, what happens in this film is the movie starts up where Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain is in charge of the British Parliament at the time, and the government has lost faith in Chamberlain as a Prime Minister. They don't think he should serve as Prime Minister anymore. So the party that he belongs to is trying to figure out how do they keep power without Chamberlain and try to give it to somebody else. Give the Prime Minister job to somebody else so they don't lose the Parliament to the Conservative Party. So they figure out that the best way to do that is to have Winston Churchill take over as Prime Minister, since he's the only one that the opposition would like, really. So Winston Churchill is given the job as Prime Minister. From there, we get to see how he does as Prime Minister, how he relates to the people, and how he relates to one of his workers, played by Lily James. Lily James plays his speechwriter or secretary, and she does an excellent job in this movie. I think this is like her best performance in this film. Very much she provides the audience perspective as how we are looking at Winston Churchill. She is providing a audience point of view very much. You know, Kristen Scott Thomas playing Churchill's wife in the movie, and she's great in this film. I really did like her in the movie. Ben Mendelsohn plays King George IV, and he was very good in the film as well. Then you have Ronald Pickup playing Winston's predecessor, Neville Chamberlain, and I thought he was very good in the movie as well. But the star of this film is Gary Oldman, of course, and the makeup he's in. He does an excellent job as Winston Churchill, and the makeup is so good. I also really like that at the end of the movie you find out that this is kind of like a prequel to Dunkirk, because the credits mentions Dunkirk at the end, so that was very cool that you could like watch this and then watch Dunkirk, and it could feel like a companion piece to Dunkirk, which is awesome. So I definitely recommend this film. I'm gonna give this movie an A. Definitely check out The Darkest Hour.